Finally don't get no fuss, finally be riding on my way. Finally woke up with some luck in the book. I don't give a up what someone say. Finally got my friends in the back on my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a while. Haven't seen a smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one. Since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame blur out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses.
Echo, and tonight we're going to be talking about women's health, and we're discussing stress management. Last week we had episode 3, part 1, stress and what it does to your body. Tonight we're having episode 3, part 2, stress management. Here's our fair use and copyright disclaimer, our entertainment disclaimer, and our medical disclaimer. Life is all about balance. You don't always need to be getting stuff done. Sometimes it's perfectly okay and absolutely necessary to shut down, kick back, and do nothing. We are all human beings. None of us are perfect. We will never be perfect. Why do women feel like we have to do it all on our own? In our careers and our personal lives, we are our own boss. That's right. You may work for or with someone, but ultimately you are your own boss. You set your own expectations and priorities. So why are we all so stressed? Stress is making us sick. We all have underlying beliefs that keep us locked in the cycle of stress. For example, I have to do everything perfectly. My life has to look like the ones in the magazines. I can't say no. What would people think? I must always be on time. Once we realize that we have the power to do what we want to do, no one else is in charge of you but you. We can re-record our internal self-talk. Do daily positive affirmations to love and accept yourself as you are. Make a daily schedule and stick to it. Make relaxation and sleep priorities in your day. It's okay to love yourself and to be kind to yourself. You are the only you have. Here are some suggestions to make your life less stressed. The smell of an orange relieves stress. Smelling an orange or eating one can reduce stress by over 70%. How to reduce stress and soothe your body, mind, and spirit. Number 1, identify what you do and don't care about. What do you spend your time doing? Does each activity bring you joy? Tune into yourself because only you know how you really feel. Do things that bring you joy and let the rest go. Make time for things you love to do. Number 2, get organized. Use a planner or a calendar to sort out how you will start making time in your life for everything you love doing. Learn to say no to the things you really don't want to do. No explanation is necessary. Simply say, no, I'm not available. I'm not able to do whatever it is the person wanted you to do. People will not like you standing up for yourself. Set boundaries and hold your ground. People will try to guilt you into doing what they want you to do. Remember, you are the boss of you and can say no. Number 3, make time for peace and quiet. Pick a spot where you can shut out everything for a few minutes. Life is a hectic, crazy mess. We can't always control what life throws at us. We can control how we react and respond. So that you don't become overwhelmed, you must take time for peace and quiet. Allow yourself a time each day to de-stress and do not think about your to-do list. Health does not always come from medicine. Most of the time it comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, peace of the soul. It comes from laughter and love. Number 4, my father always said, if you work hard, you also need to play hard. I understand what he meant now that I am older. We must have a hobby, something we enjoy doing and look forward to doing. My father also said to just keep all the balls in the air. By that he meant you give each part of your life some time each day, so no area is neglected. Number 5, make your life simpler by getting rid of clutter in your life. Physical and emotional baggage needs to go. Less is sometimes more. Less responsibilities, less social media, and make room for what brings you joy. Create a living space where you can feel at peace and inspire feelings of relaxation. Number 6, create an action list. Things you can start taking action on right now. Start small and tackle projects one at a time. Set aside time every day to focus on your to-do list. Do something every day to accomplish your tasks. Don't put added pressure on yourself. There is always tomorrow to begin again. Money. Number 7, make a budget. Money is considered the most stressful factor for Americans. Keeping a budget can keep you from going overboard. Learn how to live within your means. Do not live your life on credit cards. In today's economy, our dollars are not stretching as far as they did just a few short years ago. We are all having more month than money. Eating a healthy, balanced diet reduces stress. Number 8, eat and drink wisely. Eating a balanced amount of whole grains, lean meats, fresh fruits, and vegetables can help you manage your stress levels. Make sure you stay hydrated. By the time you are thirsty, you are already dehydrated. Food can be medicine to our bodies. We also need a good multivitamin and make sure to get some sunshine every day for vitamin D. Sleeping reduces stress. Number 9, get plenty of sleep. When your body sleeps, it has time to heal. Recharge your batteries often. Things don't look as bleak after a good night's sleep. Make sleep a priority. Getting enough rest can also help with weight loss and your general well-being. Exercise reduces stress. Number 10, exercise is your friend. Exercise can help improve your mind as well as your body. If your body is stronger, you will be better equipped to deal with stress. Find a type of exercise that you can actually enjoy and that you are able to do. I love swimming, and going to the YMCA pool has become one of my favorite activities. Pets help reduce stress. Get a pet. I know it will add responsibilities to your life. It will give you so much stress relief and love that you'll be glad to take care of your pet. Sometimes we need to be needed, and pets need us 100%. Their love is totally unconditional and pure. Number 12, look for gratitude. Be thankful for all the good things in your life. The good will outweigh the bad if you focus on the good things. Help someone else, volunteer, and find a need in your community. When we help others, our problems don't seem so bad. Meditation reduces stress. Number 13, try mindfulness and meditation, aromatherapy, yoga, or massage therapy. Number 14, pray to your higher power. Number 15, spend time having fun and laugh often. Number 16, find a trusted friend or family member to talk out your problems. Number 17, try therapy. Sometimes a neutral party is easier to talk to. Hobbies reduce stress. Number 18, find a hobby to give yourself a few minutes to focus on something fun. Having a hobby can be so relaxing. I love tending to my plants. I have a passion for true crime and missing persons cases. I also enjoy reading mystery novels. My favorite author is James Patterson. Number 19, time management. We all have 24 hours in each day to do everything we want to do. Basically, it breaks down into 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, and 8 hours for yourself. Allow time to get ready for work and drive to work. If you are in a relationship or married, then some of your time can be spent with your significant other. If you have children or grandchildren, then save a little time to spend with them. Also save time for your fun hobbies too. Then you need to spend time with your friends and coworkers. 24 hours a day times 7 days a week is 168 hours per week. It's no wonder we are stressed out when we have so much we really want to do. Many of our tasks are not done every day. Laundry, cleaning, shopping, and cooking can be done a few times a week. Daily, we need time for our self-care. This is where spending a few minutes planning really pays off. Just remember, you are in charge of how you spend your time. Number 20, make a commitment to cleaning up your living space and keeping it neat and organized. We all waste time looking for things around our homes. Everything in your home needs its own home, a place where you will always put it. That way, when you are looking for something, you will know exactly where it is. Our homes are an outward reflection of our inside turmoil. So, an organized home equals an organized mind. We can get some help cleaning and organizing our homes, and then it will be easy to maintain. If you live with other people, children, husbands, get them involved too. Even small children like to clean up. In closing, I'm sorry, real life happened. Technical difficulty. In closing, I would like to share a few of my time saving tricks. Here are some things I do to keep my life running smoothly and reduce my stress level. Number one, I pay as many bills as I can online on autopay. Any other bills, I try to have the due dates fall together so I can pay bills once a month and be finished with it. Number two, meal planning helps your budget, and it's time saving when you're grocery shopping. Number three, do laundry as you have enough for a load. Don't allow it to pile up on you. Older children can learn how to use the washer and dryer and be responsible for their own laundry. By age 10, my daughter cleaned her own room and did her own laundry. Number four, keeping a planner or calendar really helps keep everyone's schedule, and you can look ahead to know when you are available to make plans and when you already have commitments. Number five, learning to take care of yourself first seems so wrong to most of us. Mothers need to take care for their children. And if they don't take good care of themselves, they have nothing to give their children. This was a very hard concept for me to learn. As you age, you realize that it is not only true, but very necessary. Once your children go to bed, then take time to relax and do your self-care. You will feel better, and your children will have a happier mother, and that will make them happier children. Next Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m., we will present episode 3, part 3, headaches, sleep, and sleep apnea, which all of those things contribute to your stress level. I hope these hints and tricks and tips will help you with your stress. Just remember, you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it all today. There's always tomorrow, and you don't have to do it alone. Ask the people around you to help you, and I'm sure they'll be glad to. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like, comment, and share this video. Thank you so much. Good night, y'all. I'll see you next week. Bye now. Hey,
Hello there.
you made it. Oh,
What time I ain't coughing and blowing my nose.
oh yeah. You still got it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's my allergies or what's going on. I bought me some Mucinex and taking it. It's helping a little bit, not much though.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it's going around everybody. Everybody I know but myself has been sick with it. So
I
it's
think
all
it's
this
just going
changing
around and
weather. Yeah.
they just ain't telling us what it is.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I forgot to send you a message, and I was like, well, maybe she'll remember, and if not, that'll be okay.
No, I remembered. It's like, oh, I need to get on real fast. I can get on for a few minutes. Oh yeah.
Well, I've got the baby tonight, and she was a little fussy. So I said, well, my luck, she'll be screaming during the whole thing. So I'll just do the recorded version. So that's why I did it that way.
Yeah, I went to pain management yesterday about my back.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
He wants to go in and do a procedure. He has to put me under and go in and scrape the ligament off my spine to get off my nerve.
Oh.
So I haven't decided that I'm going to let him do it or not. But
yeah. Well, how did the shots do?
On it.
Or have you had another shot yet, or you still?
No, he said that the shot didn't. The first one didn't work because see, I'm still getting when I walk very far, my leg it still goes numb, and then it starts burning.
Yeah.
It stuck the tingling down my fingers, but I still can't walk very far. That my leg don't go numb on me or stand up. And he goes, when you sit down, does it quit hurting? I said, yeah, but I can't sit all the time. I said, that's the problem. I sit too much now, and I don't need to sit all the time. That's when he said the only way they could help me is to take it off, get that off my nerve.
Yeah.
Because the shots are not shrinking it to get to the whatever's on my nerve, pinching it up. So I'm like, he said it's supposed to last for a long time. He said it's not supposed to come back the same spot.
Oh.
He said, as far as my back, there ain't no hope for it. I said, well, I know that, but I just need it off my legs so I can walk.
Right.
My leg going numb and then start burning like somebody's setting it on fire or go.
And that's definitely a pinched nerve, because that's how I had in my leg before I had my back surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so bad that when I would get home from work after being up on it for 8 hours, and I would get home from work, the only thing I could do was to lay down and try to like stretch out and try to get it off of it long enough for it to, let me go to sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
But that did go away after I had my surgery. Now, every once in a while, if I've been too active with my back, I'll get that burning again. And then I kind of know, like, oh, you better slow down and, and take it easy, because you're going to irritate that nerve again. But I do have a numb spot in my thigh on that leg where it just never came back, after the surgery.
See, I do on the lower part of my leg, on my calf, and it won't come back. But, usually I can get it at our breast. As much as I've said here lately, it should have let go.
Yeah.
But he showed me on the x-rays, my spine is thinning, and that when it thins, it don't flow like it's supposed to or something. I don't know what he's talking about. He showed me the x-ray. It's real thin, and that's what's causing the ligament to push on the nerve, the sciatic nerve, to up against my spine, my leg.
Right.
It's making a numbness. And I'm like, I don't know. He said it's just a little pencil, not even a tip of a pencil incision that they go in and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But they had to put me under to do it.
Yeah, because they don't want you to move or anything while they're in there doing.
I had to stay at the hospital 3 hours afterwards.
Yeah.
And then for 2 weeks, I can go back to normal activity, but I can't lift or pick up anything.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks. And because first he didn't say I could go back to my activity. He goes, you can't do anything for 2 weeks. And I said, well, I got 2 grandkids. He goes, well, do you lift them, pick them up? And I'm like, I know they're big as I am. He said, then you don't have nothing to worry about. I said, well, you didn't say that. You just said I couldn't do nothing for 2 weeks. And I was like, I can't do that.
Really?
I was
Wow.
like, boy, they would have run over me if I couldn't do nothing for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Well, my
I had
friend
to
that,
go to school and everything. And he said, oh, no, you go back to your regular thing. You just can't lift nothing, anything. He said, I'm like, okay, I understand that part now. It's like,
well, my friend that had the hip replacement done, she's doing really good.
is she? Well, that's
Yeah, she was, I mean, she could barely get around before she had the surgery done. And so she's doing a whole lot better. And then I went and had lunch the other day with my other friend that had her shoulder. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was a replacement, but she had surgery on her shoulder. Anyway, she's doing really good. And they're both a good 10 years older than I am. So I said, wow, if y'all are doing that good after having that kind of surgery and all, that's good.
yeah.
Because, sometimes you get up there in age and then it's a hard recovery.
Yeah.
But they both did really well. So I'm really glad that, for them. But I just don't plan on having any more surgery. I mean, it's going to have to be something major,
That's why
for
it's
me
like,
to have surgery, because I've had too many and I just, don't even want to think about having any more.
yeah, that's me. I was like, nah. I really don't want to be put under. I haven't been put under for years, and I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't
I
like
don't know though. You've got to figure out how bad is it bothering you,
Yeah.
and is it worth the risk, of trying this, what he wants to do, to see if it helps. Because
Yeah.
it might help and you might have another, 10, 15 years of good movement out of it.
Yeah.
And then again, on the other hand, you might not. So,
Yeah.
but if you don't do anything, it's going to continue like it is right now.
Yeah. It's not going to get no better like it
No.
should.
Mm-mm.
So I
And
got
even if they were willing to give you, a strong pain medication, you're going to be, out of it because of that. So what kind of life is that?
they won't give me pain medicine because of my kidneys.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like
Yeah.
the alternative is not any better, because then you might not be hurting in that respect, but you're still not going to be living your good quality of life because you'll be drugged up.
I was waiting for him to mention the 10 units. I was going to say, no.
Yeah, really. I
'Cause that,
can't believe you had the internal one and it didn't help.
no, that
I
God, it
only
made
had
it
the
worse.
external one.
It made it worse, and I was like, had to beg them to take it out, and it's like, God, you got to get this out of me. You're killing me. It's like, what? And it should have worked, and I'm like, well, it ain't working. Get it out of me.
Yeah.
I am so aggravated. I filmed my crafts, okay?
Uh-huh.
Getting ready to put it on. I took the SD card out of my camera, put it in my laptop because my computer don't have a SD thing.
Uh-huh.
I can't get them off the SD card onto my computer.
Oh.
I have tried everything. And it keeps saying it's an iPhone. And I'm like, it's not an iPhone, it's an SD card. And it won't download them. It keeps saying, please try again. Please try again. Please try again. And I'm like, so I quit today. I didn't even try today. I was like, I'm getting aggravated. I'm going to throw my laptop out the window because this thing ain't 2 years old and there ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm like,
I don't know. Sometimes I do stuff on my phone and I can download it into Canva, no problem. And then other times it just will not do it. And
well,
I don't understand.
I'm going to redo some. It ain't the ones I said I was going to do, but because I done them, and I'm going to come up with 3 more and try to do it on my phone and edit it. I got to edit it. I got this thing. I got Skillshare. Is that what it's called? Where they teach you things.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on there and I thought, well, I'm going to learn how to use this phone and how to edit on here. So I'm learning to edit on the phone.
Oh, cool.
And so if I can figure it out, I'm going to do 3 crafts on my phone, record it with my phone, and see if I can do it that way.
Okay.
If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, I don't have no luck for nothing. It's like, I am getting aggravated with this. I said, I don't know if Dylan done something to my laptop or what, because he had it for schooling. I might have to take it and get it cleaned out good, because I don't know what needs to be on there and what don't need to be on there, because I don't know what came on it.
Yeah.
And it's got all this stuff. I went through it trying to see if I deleted some stuff that had to do with the schooling, but some stuff don't have schooling. It's like programs he's downloading. I don't know what they are.
Right.
So I might take it down to this guy down the street from me. He works on them. He's got a shop down the street. Maybe he can clean it out and figure out why he won't take the SD card.
I know. I kept telling my daughter, there's too much stuff on this hard drive on this computer, on her laptop. So she brought me a jump drive thing, and I've been but it's got stuff on it. So I've got to delete everything off the jump drive, and then I can take and move it from the hard drive on the computer onto the jump drive. And then that way, if I ever need it again, it'll be saved on the jump drive.
Now, what's a jump drive?
It's just it's like a little stick thing that you stick in the computer. It's like an extra memory.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to take what's on the hard drive and store it on that drive instead of having to keep it all on your actual laptop. Yeah. And then I still have my laptop, the one that I couldn't use the camera and the microphone, but it has the Canva on it. And so I can try to just take off Canva stuff off of this one, but then it's going to take it off of that. See, that's when it's like, it's not 2 different accounts. It's one account that I can pull up on either computer.
Yeah.
So I can't, if I delete it off of Canva, then I don't have it on that computer either. But most of the stuff, once we upload it to YouTube, we can always download it back from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So
what I thought of, I've got my other laptop that I was using when I got this one. Maybe if I need to charge it, maybe I can charge it and try it on that one and see if it'll work on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
If not, I don't know what I'm going to do other than doing it with my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, I worked hard on them. I can't get them. It makes me mad.
I know. It would make me mad.
I just don't have no luck at all. It's like real life happens to me 24/7. Like crap.
Yeah, it does.
And then let me tell you another one I done. On Canva, I thought I was making a video.
Mm-hmm.
I made a presentation because I was making a video how to make banana nut bread.
Okay.
I got it all. It turned out perfect. And I thought it was a video the whole time. It was a presentation.
Okay, but you can download it again on Canva and save it and change it to a video.
How did I do that?
Okay, when you go to where it says at the top, it says share, you click on that, and then we normally just go to download.
Yeah.
Well, up towards the top of that screen, there's a little box that'll say, like where you're doing your presentation. Click on it, and it'll have a drop-down menu, and you can go down towards the bottom, and it'll say MP4 file, and that's a video. And you just click on that, and then you download it. That's how I've been doing my things. I've been making a presentation, and then even on that you can, there's a button that says present and record. And so then I just watch the slides and do the talking. And then when it finishes doing it, it's a video then.
Oh, okay.
With the voice on it. So that's the videos that I've been posting after my live. And then that way people can either watch the actual live or they can just watch the presentation portion of it.
Oh,
and then I learned how to do doing the voice on it without having to have my picture on there. Like the other way I did it, my picture was still on there.
Yeah.
But so now that I can do the voice, then that way you're just sitting there in front of the computer and you're playing the slides and you're moving the slide as you finish reading it so that the timing is right. And then when it, records it or saves it, it makes it like a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And because I used to do that too. I would do something and then it would say wrong file format or whatever, and I'd be like, well, there's got to be a way to fix that, and then one day, just by chance, I had clicked on it and saw where it has the other options of the different ways that you can do it. And then I said, well, doggone, that's what it is. You can make the presentation and then you can turn it into the video.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that then. Because I said I worked hard on that one too. And I said, didn't it?
Yeah. Because that way you can do it as a presentation and get how you want it and everything. And then when you save it under the video format, you can still go in, excuse me, and, split your pages up on the video if you want to take a portion out, or you can just make the pages, smaller by the little arrows on the ends of the page. It'll make it bigger or smaller. And so you can still edit more off of that once you make it into the video, but at least you've got it from your presentation mode over into a video mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that tonight while I'm sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah. And then that way, like I said, before what I was doing is I was trying to do I didn't think I could do the video after I did the presentation. And so I wasn't able to, all I could do was to post the presentation. I couldn't post it as a video.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing the video with the voiceover. So then people, because that was one of the tips I got when I was doing the different things about YouTube. It said that some people are not somewhere where they can actually play the video.
Yeah.
But if it's a talking video, they can listen to the voice, even if they can't see the video itself or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, if you can't play the sound or anyway, if you have the voice on there, it makes it where more people can, view it or whatever. So that's, and I found something else out about the YouTube, the little short videos that we do.
Yeah.
Those do not count towards our watch hours.
Oh, they don't?
They don't. They count they count as far as if it brings people to our page and they watch something on our page.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't count as far as views. So like when we get 1,000 views on one of those, I couldn't figure out how can we get 1,000 views on the video and yet our watch hours wasn't going up.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. The only thing that counts towards the actual watch hours is if somebody watches, like you're on live. And that's why these people go on live and stay on live for 8 hours at a time.
Oh,
because every person that comes in there, and even if they only watch, 15 minutes of it and they leave, that still counts towards the watch hour time.
Oh, okay.
So if you had 4 people that each watch 15 minutes, that gives you a whole hour.
Yeah.
And so if they're on there for 8 hours, and if somebody, watches them their whole 8 hours, but that's how these people are able to get those 4,000 hours and only have 1,000 subs. Because if you have 1,000 subscribers, they only have to watch 4 hours each to make your 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, okay. Learning something new every day.
Right. So it's okay to do the short videos because we can also put them on TikTok and Facebook, which those views, as long as they watch it for 30 seconds or more, those still count as a view. So that still counts in our watch hours. But it doesn't count if they watch it on YouTube on the short. But
so
because
I need to start putting them on my TikTok and stuff too.
Yeah. And so, and see, even with that, even if you make the video and you put it on from your end, I can download that video and then I can put it on my TikTok and the Facebook page. Also, you know, so that's what I've been trying to do now is to, and so I made like 4 short videos this week. And then I took and I put them on the Facebook page and I put them on the TikTok, but I scheduled them to come out like every other day.
Yeah.
So that, you know, they're not going to watch them all in one day and then nothing, you know, this way it just will keep going, hopefully. And I mean, I think we're up to 180 subscribers. So hopefully we're going to get enough of them out there, you know, that people are seeing them actually coming and doing the, actually subscribing. Let me tell you what it was. I'm sorry. We have 166 subscribers and we're at 187 watch hours.
Oh, okay.
And before, our watch hours were less than our subscribers.
Yeah.
So
we'll get more people to watch it then.
So they're watching more. Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah.
But I thought those little short videos, I thought those, you know, that time was going towards it, but it's not. So that's why people have watch parties where they stream other people's stuff, you know, and they just watch it on their channel and have the people come on their channel to watch it with them. And then that way they get all those views.
Yeah.
Instead of everybody going over to the other person's page and each person, you know, giving them a view or whatever, then that way you get, you know, they're all watching it from yours. So all that time is going on your watch hours instead of going on the other person, whoever's videos you're watching and things like that.
See, I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do it either, but that's how I knew there was a reason people did those watch parties like that. But that's part of the, you know, for it. And I was watching somebody the other day and they were like, oh, I've got my 4,000 hours. I just have to get to 1,000 subs. And then this other lady, she got to 1,000 subs. And then as soon as she announced that she made it to 1,000 subs, some of them unsubscribed. So she wasn't at 1,000 anymore. So she said, well, I guess I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just let it go, you know, until it was over 1,000, you know, to where then if a few people unsubscribed, it wouldn't hurt her.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, but all of that, the subs and the watch hours, that's all really people care about if they want to monetize. But since we don't really care about if we monetize or not, it's not that important, but we're never going to get a lot of people watching our lives if we can't get people coming to the channel and looking at the videos.
I said, maybe if I can't get the craft, I ain't trying, people. Really, I am really trying.
I know, and every time I always saying, and Miss Norma is going to be back with us, and she's going to do the crafts, you know.
And it's like, I am trying so hard, and nothing works for me. But I am trying. If it don't work on my computer, I will do it on my phone, and I will get one out if it kills me. It might.
Well, and like I said before too, even if you just go like on Pinterest and get some ideas, you know, even if it's just the photos of the ideas, and you can just kind of do a little, you know, commentary about, you know, like where to get the supplies and you know, or even do that. Try to do if you could get the go to Dollar Tree and get that video to work. You know, like you could pick up things there, you know, and show like, okay, this is Dollar Tree has this that you could use to make, whatever or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to actually do making the actual craft, I don't guess. I mean, people who like crafts are going to want to know where to get the stuff and how to go about doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So
It's like,
I mean, there's more you can do for it. Don't get discouraged about it. It'll be all right.
but I'll do that tonight. I'll get my other laptop out and charge it and try that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll work, then I'll do it on my phone. If that don't work, then I'll have to do it that way.
But I see you figured out how to get your picture on there.
Yeah. I sit here and food with it before I come on. I was like, I'm gonna figure this out one way or the other.
Yeah.
I don't feel real good tonight. Don't look too hot neither. My hair is like a wild person.
Well, and if you hadn't come on, I wasn't even going to talk. I was just going to play the video and I was going to let that be it because, like I said, with the baby being fussy and everything, I was like, well, I don't want to cancel it. I've got the presentation ready, so I might as well go ahead and just play it, even if I don't do anything else. But my daughter had to work
I
late.
disappeared if I don't come on, so I thought I better come on so they don't think something happened. I disappeared. Believe me, people, it ain't that.
No, it's not that.
I've had a rough last 2 weeks, tell you.
Miss Norma is the reason this channel exists. She wanted this channel, so she is not going to give up on it.
I'm not giving up. It's just like you said, real life's happening, and I've had a rough couple of weeks to where I couldn't even breathe, and I'm not sleeping.
Well, and you have to take care of yourself. I mean, if you don't take care of yourself, just like the video said today, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of those kids.
No.
And who's going to take care of them if you're not there to take care of them?
Lord have mercy, who knows?
And that was really hard for me to learn because I always felt like, it was my job as the wife and the mother, take care of my husband, take care of my child, take care of my home, take care of my job responsibilities. And then taking care of me, there was never any time for that, And but it makes perfect sense. And so I'm trying to teach my daughter that now that, you do not have to do everything, number one, by yourself. You have a husband and you have family members that can help you. Number two, if you don't take care of you, then you're crabby and you're not going to be good at your job and you're not going to be good with your child. Because what are they going to remember? Oh,
I'm not full grandma
anymore. It's like, I'd rather have them remember that, she had to work hard, but when I got to see her, she was happy to see me, that kind of thing. But it's a hard concept for people to realize, but it's so true. That's why they tell you on the airplane, you take the oxygen first and then you give it to your child.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get the oxygen, then you won't have enough to be able to do it for your child. So,
I got tickled with Eli. I had to take his medicine up to the school the other day, and a couple of little girls that he hangs out with come in the nurse's office while he's there, and they was just smiling and carrying on. And I turned around and I knew the one, and then I left and I ran into Eli coming down to take his medicine before I left, and then I picked him up that night, and he goes, "Mama," he said, "that was I forgot her name." Was in the office. I said, I figured that was her. And she said, you're just so sweet and kind and thing. He said, and I looked at her and said, you ought to live with her.
Oh.
He said, she's not that way, especially if Natalie gets on her nerves. She's a mean grandma.
Well, it's not that you're mean. It's that you have a lot you have to do.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that when they act up,
what I deal with at home.
And they don't understand that what they do, they don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's a big deal whenever it, affects you.
Yeah.
And you're the one having to deal with it. It's just like with the baby. I have to stop myself and I have to say, okay, she doesn't know what she's doing is aggravating the heck out of me. It's like, she's a baby. She thinks everything is a toy and everything is for her to get it and put it in her mouth. And when you try to tell her no, she can't have something, she literally has a fit. She will sit down on the floor and she will start crying like you're killing her, you know. And I'm like, you got to learn, you can't have
Yeah.
everything. And I'm not doing it to be mean to you, but I have to protect you. You can't get hurt,
Yeah.
just because you wanted it. And then I have to stop and tell myself, okay, she's a baby. How does she know what's safe and what's not safe? And how does she know what she can have and what she can't have? And then I, try to relax. It's like, okay. And then she'll get something else. And I'll be like, here we go again. It's like, you can't get that. But I mean, you can't put everything. My house is as baby proofed as I can. I mean, but she finds a way to.
Yeah, they still find it. It don't matter. That's like these two. I took their TVs away from them until their grades come back up. I told Natalie, I said, next, if your grades don't come up, I'm taking you off performance team, at which you wanted so bad.
Right.
I said, it's running us to death, the performance team is. I said, but if you don't bring them, you can't have your TV until your grades come back up. You got to prove to me that you want them back. And
Yeah.
poor little Eli, he's worked himself to death this week to get his grades back up. And then Natalie decided tonight to start working hard to get them back up. Said, I want my TV. And I said, well, until the grades come up, no, because I said, I won't have F's in my house. I said, you all smart. You're just lazy. If you don't want to bring your homework home and do it, and I have to fight with you the whole time, I'm taking TVs. I said, that's the only thing you care about anymore is TVs because it's getting cold. They can't be outside as often.
Right.
I said, so, buddy, it changed 13.
Well, the baby's just too smart for her own good.
No.
She has figured out how to do that. She knows what different things, what they do, like the remote control. And she doesn't just get it and walk around with it. She points it at the TV and tries to change channel. Same thing with the phone. She gets a hold of the phone. She's holding it up to her ear, trying to talk on it. And she knows you can push the buttons or slide the screen and it'll do different things. And so it's like she almost called my daughter's principal, as I guess she had his number programmed in there or whatever. And the baby got her phone and was just pushing buttons and sliding the screen and stuff. And all of a sudden, when my daughter realized she had the phone and she got it back from her, his phone number was pulled up. And if she hit the button, it would have called him. And she's like, that's all I need to do is explain to him how my 13-month-old got my phone and called him in the, early in the morning on a Saturday, or whatever. And I'm like, yep, that wouldn't have been good. That would not have looked good.
Eli and them's little cousin, she's 2. And some days she'll call 20 times a day. I need to talk to Eli. Daddy. Eli. Daddy. And then they'll get on the phone and and then next thing you know, I gotta go. I gotta call Nana. Hang up. And then she'll call back. And it's like, I said, how does she know how to call you all?
Yeah.
I know Kayla's got the number programmed in, but she knows which numbers to call.
Yeah.
And she ain't quite 2 yet. I'm like, God almighty, they're too smart for their britches anymore.
Well, seeing the baby's daddy is really, good on computers and video games and all of that kind of stuff. And it's like, I bet you before she's, 3, he'll have her being able to play video games and stuff.
He'll have her on the computer.
Yeah. Well, I have an iPad. And she was aggravating me so bad the other day about wanting my phone. I was like, well, here, let me put your show on the iPad and you can, watch that. But she didn't want to watch the show. She wanted to make it do other stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know why don't do that. I don't want you to be that advanced. You're only 13 months old.
They start them in kindergarten getting on the computer.
Yeah. Well, I can remember when my daughter was in pre-K. either pre-K or maybe it was just daycare before, because she did her pre-K at the same daycare that she went to. But I used to pay like $10 extra for this guy that would come in there and do a little computer class with the kids like twice a week and teach them about the mouse. And back then we still had CDs, you know, and so teach them how to put the CD in and take it out and, you know, stuff like that. And I didn't think that was bad, you know, at three or four, whatever. But I guess now it just seems like, you know,
the earlier,
too fast.
Well, they got to know so much before going to kindergarten. Yeah. I know when Natalie and Eli started, they had to know how to, they had to know all their ABCs. They had to count to 100. What else was it? There's two other things that I thought, God, my kids didn't do this.
And I think they want them to memorize phone number, address.
They got to know your phone number, where they live.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, they ain't even old enough to learn it. I said,
I know it's a lot.
It's like the poor kids. And I said, no wonder kids are so stressed out so much, because they have to learn so much so fast anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, their little brains are on constant run learning. And I mean, it's stuff like Eli, I had to get him booked today. I don't know nothing about pre-algebra.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a book today to help me and him on his pre-algebra. What, baby? They can't see you.
Well, I can remember when my daughter was in middle school, she would have, you know, questions on her math homework and stuff, and I would figure it out the way I knew how to do it, and that would be the right answer, but they'd want her to show the work, and it wasn't how I figured it out, you know. And so we would look it up on the internet and, you know, figure out what it was they wanted her to put down. But then she would argue with me that what was on the internet wasn't right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
quick review on basic math and pre-algebra. It's the essentials to learn, and it shows you how to break it down. I said, hopefully this old mind can learn some of this. I don't know.
Well, and my daughter teaches third grade, right? And she was just telling me the other day that when she learned about rounding and when I learned about rounding, you always said if it was 5, you would round it up. And if it was under 5, you round it down.
Down, yeah.
They're not supposed to say up or down. It's supposed to be, if it's closer to, you know, if 63 is closer to 60 than it is to 70, then you round it to 60. You know, but if it's 66 and it's closer, I'm like, so they're saying closer where we said up or down.
Down, yeah, you know, round it off.
Yeah. And I said, that is ridiculous. I said, I wonder how many people, you know, are going to still have it in the kid's head that it's up or down. I said, because I would.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to teach somebody how to round, I would use that terminology. I would say up or down.
It's cursive.
I don't think they do.
They don't hear.
I think
Eli and Natalie school does.
Mm-hmm.
But the city schools don't teach it. And I'm like, how are they going to know if they need a signature, how to sign their name?
Well, now, that is one thing my daughter does teach them. I don't know if it's curriculum or not. She's supposed to. But she does explain to them what it means when someone says, put your signature. And that they should learn how to write their signature, even if they don't learn how to, you know, make all the other letters or whatever. But they should learn at least how to write their own. But did you know that even on legal documents, it's okay if they put an X?
As long as they get somebody that, I know people that didn't know how to write could put an X.
Yeah. But I mean, as long as like they check your ID and it says you're John Smith and you don't want to sign John Smith, you can put an X.
Well, I didn't know
And
that.
that's on legal documents. I didn't know that. I
No,
thought,
I didn't either.
yep.
Because
So,
I know my brother-in-law, he didn't know how to write, and he always put an X. But they would have somebody, uh, what do you call it? I can't think of the word.
like notary, not a notary, but
Uh, witness it.
witness it. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but I know one of my friends, her daughter is, let's see, she's older than Eli. She's either 14 or 15, and they put her on homeschooling this year, and she don't know how to write cursive, so her dad's teaching her. He went and got books and stuff to teach her how to write cursive.
Hmm.
And I said, that's it. She's almost 15 years old and just now learning how to write cursive. I said,
I just
that's
don't
all.
understand why they stopped teaching it in the schools.
Yeah, I don't either. I know now Eli because it's private school, they teach it.
Yeah,
But
it just doesn't
city
make
schools
any
don't.
sense.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it doesn't make any sense that
No.
they don't teach it, and it seems like they cut a lot of um, the elective type things. They cut them down
Yeah.
real low, and what was the other thing? Oh, recess. They only give them like, I don't know, 10, 15-minute recess.
Minutes. Yeah. They don't give them very long.
They tell them if they're behind in their uh, classroom, like if they had something else come up or whatever, and they don't have to send them out to recess. They can use that time for instruction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why we have obese children, because they're not getting out there and being able to run around, And like my daughter's class, her class goes to recess right before they go home.
What?
Yeah. It's like they finish she teaches math and science. So I think she does math first and then science. But they finish their science lesson. They pack up and get ready to go home. They go out for their recess. They come back in and they go home. And that's how they scheduled it. She didn't have any say in that.
Wow.
But she said recess has always been after lunch.
Yeah.
They would go to lunch, go to recess, and now they should be ready to come back and learn something.
Wow. Yeah, it gives their minds a break.
Yep.
Just don't get that break they need no more.
I don't understand the reasoning behind having it be at the end of the day. That just, to me, doesn't make sense. They're fixing to go home. They can run around when they get home. I mean, if you're going to make them wait to the end of the day, why even bother?
I don't know. I don't
know.
It don't make no sense.
It didn't make any sense to me, but hey. They do a lot of things. They do a lot of things that don't make any sense.
Yeah. Things has changed so much just since mine's went to school. Well, since Dylan's went to school.
Yeah.
He's only going to be 23. A lot's changed for these two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Allison just turned 25, but I guess in my mind it's like she's still in middle school, It's like she shouldn't be that. It shouldn't have been that many years since she was in school, I guess is what I'm trying to get at,
Yeah.
It seems like she's been out of school forever, But it's just weird things that they do nowadays.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they go as many hours as we used to have to go. Because it's like, I think the kids come in at 7, or no. They may have to be in the classroom by 7:30, but they eat breakfast there. So most of them come early, go get their breakfast, and they eat the breakfast in the room. But 2:45, they're gone.
Yeah. See, Eli and them has to be in class by 8 o'clock. And then they get out at 2:45 or 2:35.
Yeah.
I pick them up by the time I pick them up, it's 3 o'clock. But car line.
Right.
Because I sat in car line forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to have a tag in your car that's got their numbers on it.
Uh-huh.
And then we had to download an app to check in saying we was there to pick them up, and then a guy goes by and puts it in before we can pick them up.
Yeah.
He goes by and reads the numbers and puts it in his phone saying that we are there and where we're at in line, so they know where we're at.
Yeah.
It's
Well, my
like,
daughter said that at her other school, they had to go, and one teacher had to go to the bus, make sure the kids got on the right buses. Another teacher would have to go to the for help the car riders get in the right cars or whatever, and then the other one would have to go, which I don't know if they weren't a car rider or a bus rider. I don't know what they were, but anyway, so they had a different bus duty, or going home duty each month. At her school now, they stay in the room, and they have, like, up on the whiteboard, it flashes on there, at whatever bus is there, or the person's name if you're a car rider, and then she sends them, one by one as it comes up.
yeah, that's why. See, our school does.
Mm-hmm.
They put them all in. I think they put all of ours in the gym,
Yeah.
or the cafeteria, and then they got walkie-talkies or something.
Yeah.
They got their phones. They put in that they're there. Plus, they got a walkie-talkie if they don't come within a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got a walkie-talkie that they yell their name over, and the teacher has to release them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good. Safety precautions are good.
Yeah. And then we got like 6 teachers standing out front in the car line
Yeah.
to make sure all the kids get in their. They come out or they get in the car they're supposed to get in. It's a mess.
Yeah.
First of the year, it's always a mess there, especially when they got new students, because they've changed it this year. Because we had to pull like around. It's a church, and then the school's up on the hill. Yet we park in the church parking lot for the pickup, and they got lines, and they put signs up, but nobody never follows the signs. And then they'll be in the wrong line. He has to move them to the right line. Oh, the first 2 weeks of school is miserable trying to pick your kid up.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to get them or not.
Well, and in the way, hey, Hira, well, I shouldn't say that, but the town that I live in, we have one traffic light. And so it's like when school lets out, and we have we don't have a middle school here. We have just elementary, and then we have a high school. They actually were in the county, so they have to bus them to middle school, which is crazy. But anyway, so it's like half the town shuts down the streets for the bus or for the car line, So it's like, even if you don't have a child to pick up at school, you have to think about which way you can go do what you need to do. And it's like, I'm always like, oh, crud, it's that time.
Yeah.
And I can't go this way, or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
It's a mess.
It's awful.
They've been redoing our road. The main road coming from the town that my daughter lives in to the town that I live in. It was just a regular 2-lane highway. Now they're making it into a 4-lane highway with turn lanes, so like 6 lanes.
Oh, wow.
So, they're digging up on the sides of the road, and, they do just a little bit each day. And then ahead of where they're putting the actual pavement, that's the part that's being dug up, getting ready to be paved or whatever. But so this whole highway has the big orange construction barrels on it. And it's like half the time if you go that way, they used to have, the man standing there with the sign and stopping you and letting you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now they got an automated thing where it puts the little arm down and you have to stop. And then I guess they must tell it when to let it up, and then it goes up and then you can go through. But the other day we were both, my daughter and I were both in town, and we were in her town, and we were coming out here, and I said, well, go the interstate. And she's like, why? I want to go, the other way. I said, no, you go the other way, you're going to be sitting in traffic trying to get through, because they're only letting half a dozen cars that, at a time. And she's like, well, and I said, no, and it's not just a little piece of road. It's like the whole entire highway is like that right now. And so we did go the interstate. She was like, that's terrible. I said, I sat there the other day for 15 minutes waiting my turn to get to go. And because they had let the one line go through the one direction, then they had to move some big dump trucks and heavy equipment. And so they were doing that on the road before they let the rest of us go. And I'm like, here's a big line of people waiting. Oh, I think we need this work truck, whatever it is, whatever heavy equipment over on the other side of the road, or whatever. It's like, good God, people, we're waiting. We're trying to get somewhere,
Yeah.
But it's going to be really nice.
Some kind of construction going off in this town.
Yeah, when it's finished, it's going to be really nice. But see, what's happening is the all the properties between the two towns, people are buying them up and putting businesses, and so it's basically going to be one big town.
Yeah,
I don't know if my little town will still even have its own little name or whatever, or if we'll just be incorporated into that to the bigger town. But they're going to have businesses along that highway, whereas now it's, fields, stuff planted out there, cornfields and stuff. But it eventually it's going to be businesses, at least for the people who will sell. We got some stubborn old farmers out there. They may not sell their land.
that's
but they
like
all
down in Kentucky where my sister lives, next to what is it? Natural Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
They're building up down there, and people are selling their property for outrageous prices.
Yeah.
Because they're building some kind of, what is it down there? She said, because we was talking about moving down there, and you can't afford to buy a place down there. They're selling the property for so high, you can't even buy a piece of land no more. It costs so much.
Yeah.
People's buying it up so they can build businesses and stuff and turn it into commercial. And I said, her little town, she don't even have a red light.
Well, we at least got one red light.
Yeah. I said, it's going to be awful down there. You won't even be get to her house anymore. I was like, crap. I mean, it's 2 or 3 years. They're starting now building whatever it is. It's a big, they're building like cabins, and I don't know what all, I forgot what she said it was, but down next to, in between, let's see, Stanton and Campton, the Natural Bridges. I think that's what you call it, Natural Bridge.
Well, that's
it's been so long since I've been there, I can't even remember what's called.
When we first moved down here, which we lived in the town where my daughter lives now, but when we first moved here, it was like, I think there's 5 exits for that town off the interstate, and most of the exits were still nothing but fields. I mean, there was an exit there, but there weren't businesses or homes or, like that. Just mainly on 2 exits, they had started building stuff, which, of course, that was 35 plus years ago. But now it's like every exit is built up. They're building new houses everywhere.
Yeah, they are here.
This state even has a bad habit of when one business closes, instead of another business moving in that building,
they tear it down and build a new one.
Well, no, they just leave that one abandoned and they build another one somewhere else. And
that's
so
why with our town down here, it's almost empty. They've moved everything up next to the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to rebuild the town, they're moving everything up next to the interstate So we have a town with a bunch of abandoned buildings.
Yep.
Been here for a long time, and they're tearing them down. They're starting to tear them down now,
Well,
and it's just
I wish they would
property
tear 'em
nobody's doing nothing with.
down. Yeah. Because it's like you drive through and it's like a ghost town. You know, there'll be like you'll count like 10 abandoned buildings on one stretch, you know, going through town. It's like
I was going down my street the other day, just one block down. We had a great big old beautiful church up there. They tore it down, and I mean it took almost the whole block on our street, and they was tearing it down. I don't know why they tore it down. It was a beautiful church,
wow.
but I said I can't believe they tore that big old church down. But we went down through there, and they had half of it down the other day, and I guess they've got it down now.
Well, the last little bit of property on the road going to my daughter's house, the main highway going there, they're building an Aldi's and 2 other stores. I can't remember the names of them right off the top of my head, but and they're going to be close, really close. I mean, there's not much property there. There was just this one little piece of property in between 2 little like strip centers, and I don't know why nobody, you know, why they didn't include that in them.
Yeah.
But now Aldi's and these 2 other stores are building right there. And then that her whole road from where you turn off of the one highway onto that highway all the way to past her where you turn off to her house will all be businesses all built up on that road on both sides of the road.
So your sister come down and take hers too?
I don't understand how it's growing. They say the economy is so horrible. I know the grocery store prices have sure went up.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't even want to talk about buying groceries. I said we have to decide to buy groceries or pay a bill anymore.
Yep.
Tell you.
Well, I went first of the month, and even from last month, I mean, from the last couple of months, everything has gone up, you know, 25 cents or more. And when I went this last time, stuff had gone up again.
Yeah.
The kind of dog food I buy Chloe, I used to be able to get a 5-pound bag, and it was $9 and some change, almost $10, right at $10. It's $15 now.
Yeah. That's
that same bag of dog food.
And then I got to where I was buying him the 45-pound because it was cheaper to buy it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was $25. And I think it's like 30 something now. And the cat's foods went up. Our foods went up like outrageous.
Yeah.
I went to the store the other day, and I got just the stuff that we really needed, spent $250. And I'm like, we can't do this every week.
I know.
It's like, we just can't do it. I said, it's outrageous. I said, I'm going to have to try to use the cheapest stuff I can, I guess. I don't know. I don't buy a lot of brand name anyway. But.
No, I don't either. And I already feel like I'm a budget shopper as it is. And shoot, I mean, milk is crazy. Eggs are crazy. All the things that we used to eat, like we would buy a jar of peanut butter and a jar of jelly and a loaf of bread. When my husband and I first got married, I can remember us, you know, being so poor that it was like we'd buy 1 pack of cigarettes and split it.
Yeah.
You know, but it would be like we would get eggs and bread, and we would do breakfast, or we would do like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or whatever. But I mean, now it's like it's $25 if you want to get just those, you know, couple essentials.
Yeah.
It's like outrageous.
Yeah, milk's outrageous. Mine drinks it like water.
Well, see, we're feeling the pinch on the milk right now because the baby's drinking whole milk.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, but she's also eating people food now, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like she's a good eater, but she still likes the milk too, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Maggie,
like,
I have to watch her. She drinks it like crazy and
yeah, well,
like honey. And I can't buy her Kool-Aid because poor little Eli never gets none of it. I buy him Kool-Aid or buy the juice. He
yeah,
never gets none, so I quit buying it because she drink all the head up from me.
right.
And if I buy a bottle of water, I have to leave it in my car because she wastes it.
Mm.
And you get on her, and it's like she does not understand English.
Well, I mean, when Allison was on whole milk, I remember, she had her little sippy cup in it. She carried it around all day long drinking out of it. Now it's like I give it to the baby. I let her have some of it for breakfast, some of it for lunch, and then I put it back in the refrigerator. I'm like, I can't just let you just be drinking it to be drinking it.
Yeah.
Because she'll drink a whole cup every time you give it to her if you do that.
Yeah, I've been making that with water. I told her, I said, I drink, I don't know how many cups of water a day.
Yeah.
If I can drink it out of the faucet, you can too. But you don't drink it out of the faucet. I said, Natalie, I drink it out of the faucet every day.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't sit because I'm thirsty and grab a glass of milk every time I get thirsty. I said, I keep ice water all the time and drink it. I don't even drink pop no more.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I have my pitcher of water in the fridge, and I have an ice maker in my freezer, and it's like that's all I drink, because if I can't afford the calories and the sugar to drink soda or juice, and even milk sometimes makes my sugar go up. So it's like I pretty well, if I want to eat those calories, if I'm going to eat, I don't want to be drinking them.
Yeah. But now, see, I was drinking a lot of pop, then diet pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got sick that time, I turned to orange pop and I started gaining all this weight. And I think that's what caused it. But I haven't drunk that in months and I still ain't losing weight.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was keeping my sugar high.
Yeah.
Drinking orange pop.
Yeah.
And then I tried diet pop back. And I drank it a little bit. Then I started drinking ice water, and I've been drinking ice water.
Well, the water is definitely better for you.
Yeah.
Definitely better for you.
It's better for my kidneys, too, the doctor told me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But now if I go out to eat or something like that, I'll still, sometimes I'll have a soda. But, heck, they want to charge you almost $3 for a soda in a restaurant, and then they fill the glass with ice, so really you're getting watered down soda.
Yeah.
Or
I'll get an iced tea sometimes.
Well, and I'll tell them, bring me 2 glasses of water, one with ice and one without.
Yeah.
Because I like lemon, I'll put lemon in my water too.
Yeah.
And it'll be like I'll get it just right. And then they'll come and they'll dump all, instead of giving me more water, they give me more ice.
Ice. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I have a whole glass of ice now, no water.
I need water. I need something to drink.
So I'm like, just go ahead right off the bat. Let me tell you, I'm diabetic. I drink a lot. And so you don't have to run yourself ragged.
Yeah.
Bring me a glass of ice water and a glass of water.
Yeah.
And lots of lemons. But it's, some of them are like, oh, no, I'll keep it full. No, you won't. I know you won't. Because I'm serious. I could drink a whole glass before you walk away from this table. So don't say that you're going to keep my glass full, because you're not. Or I'll have to ask, could I have it without the ice, please?
Yeah.
Give you so much doggone ice.
Oh, I know. Now, Dennis got an iced tea the other day, and I drank some of it. That's the first time I drank iced tea in I don't know how long. But I usually just drink water. What are you thinking? Get water so you can take your medicine, please. It's almost your bedtime. Young lady, you're not listening.
Let me show you Chloe's video. I showed it at the beginning. Let's see. we're gonna go. I had the hardest time keeping her within the shot on the camera because she kept trying to get ahead of me.
What you do with your water? Just set her water down now. We can't find it.
Uh-oh.
What you do with it?
I don't know.
Did you take it back to the kitchen?
Oh,
I swear. If she spit that pill out.
Mm.
yes.
You don't go to bed tonight. I know you spit it out.
So long. When did you take that picture?
Huh?
When did you take that?
Long time ago. Here,
Oh, my nose.
get your pajamas on. Wash your hands, please. She's got marker all over her hands. And she got it on the tip of her nose.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's hot.
Sleep because you're not sleeping at night.
Well, I didn't fall asleep. I kind of like. I like.
You better take your pill so you can sleep tonight.
I feel like scared in the
She's
face.
spitting her sleeping pill out.
Oh, that's not good.
No, they changed her medicine
Uh-huh.
because the melatonin wasn't keeping her asleep. So they put her on a sleeping pill. But I've been keeping her. I have to watch her because she spits them out and stays up all night.
Mm.
Trying to get on my phone.
Yeah, she needs to sleep.
I told her, I said, don't you fall asleep during class? Because I know I was so tired. Let's see, last night, yeah, it was the night before last. She kept me up all night. Every time she come out of her room, it creaked, the floor did, and then wake me up. And I said, where do you think you're going? I'm going downstairs. I said, no, you ain't. You're going to bed. You got school tomorrow. And it seemed like every 5 minutes, she was trying to sneak out of her room. And I'm like, Natalie, I'm going to knock you in the head. You don't go to sleep so I can get some sleep. And I was so tired yesterday, and I had to take her to dance last night. And I sat there, and everybody's like, what's wrong? I said, I am plumb wore out. And I swear since then, I don't feel like I got enough sleep last night because I've been tired all day. And it's
Well,
like, you got to,
I,
can't do this to me.
I don't know why. It's like I just get busy doing stuff, and next thing you know it's midnight. And then I have to get up at 5:15,
Yeah.
So it's like, and then I'll be so tired throughout the day. It was like today I couldn't wait till the baby took her nap, and I was like, and I'm taking a nap too. And I got her down and I went and slept too. And
Well,
it's
see, I
like,
have to make myself stay up. If I don't stay up and I take a nap during the day, then I can't go to sleep at night.
well, I mean, I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh gosh, I'm so sleepy.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh God, by the end of the day, it's like, please go to bed. I made him go to bed early last night. I told her, I said, you kept me up all night. You're going to bed early. And she's like, it ain't my bedtime. I said, I don't care. Take your pill and go to bed because I'm going to bed and you ain't keep me up all night tonight. I made her sit here, and then she took this wild idea. She spit it down in her water. And I told her, I said, it's fine. You get to sit there and drink that whole cup of water until that pill goes down your throat.
Mm.
I said, because I'm going to make sure it goes down your throat tonight. And she got mad at me. And I said, drink it. You're not playing around. And she'd sit here and sit here. I said, Natalie, I'm not kidding. Drink it. Well, I'm drinking it. I said, no, you ain't drinking it fast enough. Drink it. Just drink it straight down. Get it over with. And then she got to the bottom, and the peel at the bottom. Of course, you know, the worst of it's, you get all the taste. I told her, I said, see, if you'd have just took the peel, you wouldn't have got that nasty taste in your mouth.
Right.
But where you let it dissolve in that water, now you're getting all the nasty taste of it. I said, you got to learn the hard way, though.
Yeah. I don't know, though. It's, I mean, you would think she would just take it and go on and go to sleep.
She won't. She
Probably would
fights.
feel better if she, did
No,
sleep.
she fights me because she wants to stay up so she can do stuff she knows she ain't allowed to do.
Right.
And
But she ought to figure out by now that you're not going to sleep through her getting.
yeah. I told her, I said, I don't take a sleeping pill.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she thinks I do. I don't take the sleeping pill.
Yeah.
When she walks on that floor, our house is 100 some years old, our floor creaks.
Yeah.
And each board you step on makes a different noise. It's like singing music, but it's creaks.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, I said, you wake me up every time. It never fails. And then one time I woke up and she's standing over top of me, and I said, what are you doing? And she said, oh, I was getting a drink of your water. What it was, though, she took my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to look at it to see what time it was, and it wasn't laying there. And I said, Natalie, where's my phone? Well, I ain't got it. I said, don't make me come in your room and look and see if you got my phone.
And she had.
Yeah, she took 1,000 pictures on it of herself. I'm like, why do you do that? No, and I got to erase all these pictures. And it takes me forever to erase them off my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, because she just makes stupid faces and takes pictures of herself.
Mm.
I said, you ain't conceited, are you? No, I'm not. I'm like, somebody takes that many pictures is conceited. She said, I got bored. I didn't have nothing to do. I'm like,
Well, you were supposed to be sleeping.
yeah, that's what I told her. I said, your eyes are supposed to be closed and you're supposed to be resting so you get a good day at school tomorrow.
Yeah.
I said, and if the teacher calls me and tells me you fell asleep in class, you're in serious trouble.
Yeah, that's where she's headed.
Yeah. I don't know about her though. She just, the older she gets, the worse she gets. It's like, dear God, help me. By the time she's a teenager, I'll be insane.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that the teenage years will be even worse.
Mm-hmm.
She's already doing all this at this stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told her, I said, you better not have put nothing on my phone. I got it locked. She can get into the camera, but she can't get into my phone to put anything on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good thing. And because they're not allowed to have phones in this house anymore.
Well, when my friend's grandson used to come over and stuff, he'd think it was so funny to get my phone and change my password.
Oh, dear Lord.
And I'm like, you can't do that. And he's like, well, why not? And I said, because, you don't own that phone. I do. And I have to be able to get in my phone. And he didn't realize the severity of it until he downloaded something on there that was going to have a reoccurring price on it, like a game or something. And he didn't realize it was going to send an email confirming the purchase. And that's how I found out. And then I was like, okay, sorry, buddy, you're no longer allowed on my phone. Why? I didn't do anything. Yeah, you did right here. I know I didn't buy this game. I don't buy video games. And then I changed my I guess whatever for my app store I guess it's the Apple App Store. So my Apple account password I changed or something. Anyway, so I would hear him, before I took the phone away from him completely. He'd be like, "Darn her," and I'm like, "Darn me for what?" It's like, "You changed the password." Yes, I did. I can't have you, buying stuff on my phone. I'm broke. Don't
Yeah.
do that to me. But
I told her, I said, if you lock me on my phone, you're in serious trouble trying to get on it.
yeah, but for
Because
some
after
reason,
so many
people
times,
think
it'll lock it.
that it's okay for them to do stuff like that. I'm like, my life is in that phone.
Yeah, mine too.
I can't have it to where I can't, use it or whatever.
That's what I tell them. I said, you get on there, you buy. She likes to download games,
Yeah,
and I won't let her on it because of that.
yeah. He used to do the same thing, and I'm like, well, I know I don't play games, so if it's on there, and he would cancel off stuff that was mine.
Mm,
Like if it said that there wasn't enough room, enough space, or whatever to download something,
yeah,
he'd be in there canceling some of my stuff. I'm like, okay, what happened to this app or what happened to that app? I don't know. Well, it's only me and you, so I know I didn't do it. So that means you had to have done it. And I tell him, don't lie. You lie to me about it, it's going to be 10 times worse than if
yeah.
you just tell me the truth. But he just couldn't understand that. And one time when he was 6 years old is when he first started coming over. He took and went in my bathroom, and I had some body wash and some lotion, like liquidy lotion, uh, and he dumped them in the toilet, but he didn't flush the toilet. So, and they were pink. So when I went to go to the bathroom, I see all this pink stuff in my toilet.
Oh my gosh.
So it didn't take me very long to figure out what the heck it was, And then I go and I pick up the bottles, and the bottles are empty. So then I come back out and I said, did you dump my lotion and my body wash in the toilet? No. Why would I do that? I don't know what would have come over you to do such a thing, but I'm pretty sure you just dumped a whole bottle of each in my toilet. And I was trying to flush the toilet for that. Would have foam coming, bubbles coming out of my toilet. And I was like, God, I don't want to have to explain to my landlord, why I have all these bubbles in my apartment. But I ended up flushing it, and it went down, and it was fine. But I'm like, why would you do that? I just didn't understand. So then it was like, you got to give a kid privacy to go to the bathroom, but I'd be like right outside that door listening to make sure that he wasn't getting into stuff.
Tell you, that's awful.
Oh,
I swear it is. What kids do these days, they just, I don't know.
I don't know either. He was a troubled kid, that was for sure.
Natalie, did you go back in the bathroom? I'm going to have to make her go to bed.
All right. Well, we've been on here for an hour and 37 minutes, so
Yeah.
that's good. All right. Well,
Um,
I will talk to you later.
all righty.
All right.
Thanks,
Have a good
everybody,
night.
for watching. Night.
Thanks, and subscribe, and we'll be back. Let's see, Tuesday night we're starting our new plants, the pet-friendly plants.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.